King Aniruddha was a great warrior of Samnagar, but in his heart he was extremely gentle. Every morning he would walk around the four corners of the palace. On the western side of the palace was his favorite garden, where the rose bushes almost touched the sky. Standing there, he would think of his subjects in the golden morning light. King Aniruddha had many servants, but he had special affection for one servant. His name was Balai. Balai was a silent man, spoke very little, but every day before dawn, before the king even woke up, he would sweep the king's chamber and bring cold water in a silver pitcher. The king did not know how far Balai had to walk every morning to bring that cold water. The palace was vast, almost 1,000 hands wide from east to west. Every day, Balai walked to the southern water dock. There was an old well there, one that had existed even before the royal palace was built. One morning, while drawing water from the well, Balai noticed an old metallic disc lying beside it. It had names of the king's ancestors engraved on it. Balai picked it up but told no one. His heart said this might be the key to some hidden history. Queen Chandramalika was wise and extremely kind. She used to check on the palace servants every day, who needed what, who was unwell. She knew everything. The queen knew Balai fetched water from the well, but never imagined that well could still be so historic. Sometimes the queen read ancient royal documents. One day she called Balai and asked, "Balai, the well you bring water from every day, have you seen anything beneath it?" Balai hesitated and said, "One day I did, Queen Mother. A metallic disc. It looked like it spoke of some kind of history." The next night, the king, queen, Balai, and the royal priest gathered in a secret meeting. In a hidden chamber of the palace, lit dimly, they examined the metallic disc. Engraved on it were the words, "He who brings water holds history. He who remains silent knows everything." The king exclaimed in wonder, "This seems to speak of Balai." The priest said, "My king, in ancient times, many servants were guardians of history. Perhaps Balai is one of them, a descendant of the old keepers." The queen said, "Then Balai is not just a servant, he is the bearer of our past." There was a map on the metallic disc. Following it, they discovered a hidden chamber beneath the palace, where ancient documents of Samnagar's rule, war strategies, and secret treaties were preserved. By the king's command, Balai was the first to enter that hidden chamber. He held a copper key, one he had received long ago from his grandfather. That key opened a massive door. As the door opened, hundreds of old documents came into view, ones that were thought to have been lost 200 years ago. The king summoned Balai before everyone and said, "From today, Balai is not just my servant. He is the guardian of our history. He shall be the keeper of this palace's legacy." The queen said, "A new room in the palace shall be named the Balai Memorial Archive. There our ancient history will be kept, and Balai shall be its guardian." The servants burst into cheer, for this was the first time any servant received such honor. Now the palace is silent at night. Moonlight falls upon the royal garden, a distant conch shell hums gently, and Balai, seated in his room, slowly writes, "Today the king made me the doorkeeper of history. I do not just bring water, I preserve the past." And thus, through the hands of a humble servant, the lost history of a kingdom awoke once more.